penalty.
Alright, welcome back everybody.
Back of the pit.
We got the Elysian Grand Prix, race number 8 of Season 4. And decent race here we had here today. PR4 track again. We're on the PR4 tracks for a minute right now. We're going to get back to the BR8 here soon, but PR4 for sure, I think is the next 3 or 2 tracks, and then we'll be back to the BR8. And I'm taking as much advantage as I can with this PR4 right now, because I am, personally, I think I'm a little better with the PR4. But, I don't know, it could just be me being biased or something, but I don't know. Something about the PR4, I just really like the way it drives. It's fun for wheel-to-wheel battle and shit.
Trying to get out of people's way.
Anyways, we have 2 downgrades again in this race, right? So I'm kind of worried about that a little bit. But then when we were doing practice, and as I started to realize, as long as I maximize my performance through the chicanes and the corners, I was probably going to be able to catch up to these guys up in first and second, you know, third, fourth place, top 3, 4, and 5 guys, because I could stay in their slipstream. And me and Alex have some contact here. I don't know what happened. And Kyle actually ends up hitting his
trying as hard as I could to
back wing off, I think, there.
I need that position back.
And then Stoney hits me. Kind of everything just kind of fell apart there in that situation. There was no communication. I didn't know Stoney was there because I was more focused on the chat about what had just happened to Alex.
Is that me?
Yeah.
He was asking for the position back. I don't know if it was Kyle that he was asking it back.
I was backing off as much as I could. I could
Alex
my
me
footage, of course.
Because
I slowed down
I
significantly
tapped into him, but he also kind of hit me.
There's nothing I could do.
And I was actually backing off as well, trying to be cautious. And then
Would you like me to stop for you?
I was actually going to give him the position, and then Kyle ended up hitting him. And at that point, I was like, oh shit, I might as well just go. But Kyle, there wasn't really nothing Kyle could do in that situation too. The incident had just happened, and he was just flying, you know, he had no time to react. But Kyle doing real well this race. Kyle, round of applause for Kyle. This man was actually doing really well this race. And from what I've remembered in the past, this dude would be lagging around sometimes, but not this race. As we make the overtake on him. Real good ship there. But is he gonna come back on the inside? He does attempt to come back on the inside. I think we hold it here. Some nice little wheel-to-wheel with Kyle there. But we're going to be vulnerable on the straight with that extra straight line speed he's going to have with that extra engine power. And down the right side he comes. I think he passes me for a second here. So now I'm like, oh shit, I got to get on that slipstream now. So if I lose that slipstream on this straight, he's going to just fly away. So we're able to hold on to that slipstream. And now I'm just kind of conservatively hanging in his stream, sticking within it. And now I'm going to try and attack on the straight. And yeah, as you see, that's a mix of slipstream and lag, a tiny bit of lag there.
So good though.
It just kind of messed up my stream and allowed him to kind of break free. And then I tapped the garage. Luckily, he didn't break a wing or anything like that. If that was the BR8, my wing would have been gone. And Alex and I think that was Soldier were on the hunt behind me after that mistake I made. But they piled up somehow there.
That's the only time I've ever seen you lag since the first time, Kyle.
Anyway though, back at third,
it wasn't terrible.
And we're on the hunt, trying to take Kyle out.
This is the worst part
and,
of the tunnel.
that train track section, right that y'all just seen,
and I had
stuff is part of the track, and it wouldn't appear so, but it's the way you enter and exit, that it's very touchy, if you just say the least. Like if you hit it too hard and you don't hit the angle right, you'll spin out
when you're closing the gap.
It's one of those things. But I'm communicating to Soldier, letting him know if he gets, because he was in 4th at the moment. I told him if he closes the gap, just let me know when he's approaching me, and I'll provide him with a nice slipstream so he can go on the attack, because he actually had, you know, more upgrades than me in this race, so just being a good teammate there. But I think we ended up keeping the position. I think he ended up crashing or something unfortunate ended up happening, which allowed me to just keep the position.
Oh, man,
so I just kept pushing.
My time is straight.
But this straight right here this is where I'm losing some of the time.
Right side.
It's luckily not that much, because like
to the left,
the downgrades on this track don't make a huge difference. I'd say you lose like 2, 3, maybe 4, 5 tenths a lap. I'd say probably like half a second or so, which sounds like a lot, which it is definitely. But when you're able to get up in a good position like I am in third, like right away off the race, a race is a whole nother scenario, you know, with you having to get through cars and everything and avoid collisions and all that stuff. So as long as I'm able to hold this pace, even if I am half a second slower or 4 tenths slower than I am a lap normally, as long as I do that every lap and am pushing hard, I'm going to eventually probably catch Kyle. Very slowly though, it's going to take a long time. as you can see, he is doing a great job. And maybe I would have had him sooner. I ended up in game. I was like, God damn it, Kaz, going too quick. Slow down. We ended up gaining a little time, it looks like there. But as you can see, he's already. You can see him pulling away on the straight right here. He's just. You can slowly see him just getting a little further.
No.
He ended up. Seems like we ended up getting a little corner or closer to that corner. Yeah, man, we're just hunting Kyle at this point. This is the main objective here. We're battling Viper as well, though. We're trying to keep him at bay because he's gonna be. I know he's gonna be eventually chasing through the field. Before we know it, he'll be right on us.
That train part. That's the hardest part.
I take the inside line here.
For me, at least.
Same thing that me and him did last time, but I ended up getting it. The move, but now that's him. He's vulnerable to the slipstream. And he comes on the inside.
You can take you on the left towards
Takes that inside line. Good shit, Kyle. But he hits the wall there. Now I'm able to undercut, come to the inside, and now I'm into second place. Temporarily, at least. I'm going to try and hold this position here. If I can ace this garage entry and exit, I should be able to pass him. Keep him away from me. And it looks like we do that. Yep, we did.
Lost the body work.
You lost your body work?
I hear him in the chat. He said it lagged and I lost body work, and he hit it. That's the one thing I really hate about contact, because I didn't hit. I already lost my body work, so that's unfortunate. But now we're chasing down Ajax, and it looks like he slipped out here. He spun
like just the middle.
So I'm like, oh shit. Now we're getting close to Ajax, and we do a very good job of exiting, entering. Honestly, a beautiful entry and exit right there. And now Ajax is in our sights. But he's going to be even harder to pass than Kyle. So now that's our objective. And I think we get a little bit of slipstream here. Yeah, we do get some slipstream. But not enough. So we had to let him keep that position for now. But now we're in his slipstream. So now I'm like, oh shit. We can get this first place right now. But we lost the slipstream right here again.
The straight line speed.
It's like, it was being weird here, because we have it, but then we don't have it. We're like barely in it. I don't know what's going on there. Shit. But I ended up hitting the wall, or the garage there a little bit because of the slipstream, but barely any of it I had.
Every inch in the corners to catch Ajax.
So now we're on the hunt for, again. It kept happening a few times, man, where I just kept nicking things and losing some time. You guys are going to see a very noob move towards the end of the race.
Did you crash?
Yeah, it's alright.
Okay.
It was me and me only. I wasn't involved with any of the cars. I was on the track, in my own lane, in my own area, and I don't know. Y'all will see what happens. I end up hitting the wall or something, or hitting some pole or some shit, and I end up flying off the track and had to respawn. Lost me like 8 seconds. Very unfortunate, but we ended up still getting a really good result. Beside.
Yep. I kind of helped you a bit.
Despite of that.
I think.
But, yeah, man. Only on lap 8 here out of 34 total laps, 35 with the extra cooldown lap.
Oh no.
But,
yeah, man, we're still hunting Ajax down.
I think short shifting.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and
just a tad.
temporarily cut off the commentary, and I'll pop back in
exiting
when we are in something interesting, whether that be a battle or an overtake or some sort of collision or something. And I'll pop back in, but for now I'll just let y'all enjoy the hunt on Ajax.
I cannot catch this man, Ajax. I just can't.
I'm about to do garage perfectly.
If I have any chance. Oh no, and I hit the box and lost some time.
Whoa. You alright, soldier? Alright.
track isn't as bad as ammunition for downgrades, though, I'm noticing. Not quite. Due to the lack of straights.
I think the rain's here.
No.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Going around on red tires. I don't see it at all.
It's coming, though. I think it is
It
coming.
is
Yeah,
due
there
for
it is.
9:30
Yeah.
9:30?
Central Time.
Right now it's 10:30 ES.
I doped that hard, jeez. Trying every tactic I can to get into Ajax's slipstream. Jeez. Dive bomb and everything.
Viper, I lost my front wing.
I'm pitting.
Alright.
You're pitting? Okay. Thank you for letting me know.
Sorry about that.
Kyle pitting. Kyle exiting.
Cobra, can you coast on the straight here? Never mind, thank you. Oh yes, good doing that. Appreciate it.
Jeez, I went wide as hell. Alright, lead pitting.
And here's the ring.
Oh, is it starting to rain right now?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh no.
I'm exiting.
No, Ajax is right there. No, Ajax is creeping. No.
Can you stop talking, please?
No, go away, Estonia!
Your boy, blue flag. Thank you. Tokyo Drift.
Thank you, Cobra.
Oh, wow. No,
Is that a lag out?
It sounds like he left on purpose. Keep an eye out for where his car is.
Oh.
Please.
Okay.
Alright, I'll keep an eye.
I lagged out.
Oh, okay.
Where should your car be?
Turn, yeah, turn.
It's not there. I think it disappeared at this point.
What position were you in?
It's,
Ground speeding. Exiting.
Oh, this thing finally started recovering. Is he in Carolina still?
He just got to Carolina.
I found the most safe portion.
Ah, okay.
Freak. Ah, I lost. No, it's okay, it's okay.
Alright, and here comes the incident I was talking about. Oh man, I don't know what I was doing. I was paying attention so much to the apex line. As you guys are gonna see, I barely scathed this pole, man. Scathed it by a millimeter, man. And oh, if I was to the right just an ever so slight flick of the stick, I would have not have touched that. And this is the situation that cost me, well, a whole pit stop actually, because you guys are gonna see by the time I get put back into the race, we lost like a lot of time, dude. Very unfortunate, but that is what happened. That was the incident I was talking about. And fuck, dude, I was trying to get for like this first second or so, I was trying to get out of it, like by throwing the gas, and I was like, fuck, I gotta respawn. Really annoying, dude. Completely on me though. Just taking a little too wide there, trying to get a really good
I'm gonna take
entry.
caution. I think I'm okay from caution.
But
Yeah,
there, as you see, I lost. I'd say I lost 7 seconds there, 7 to 8 seconds.
Plus. That sucks.
So basically an entire pit stop, and that affected the race, as you guys are gonna
Viper
see.
pitting.
Because Viper is literally pitting now. I basically took all the time that I had an advantage over Viper right out the window.
Viper exiting.
Basically gave him a free pit stop. So very unfortunate. But at the end of the day, I was still very happy with the result. I'll explain why when we get there. But I just wanted to commentate over that real quick. And now that we're in first chill, and there's not much for me to say, so I'll just let y'all enjoy this.
Shit.
And we'll get back to it when things get interesting.
If you could describe where you are, at least what sector you're in, that'd be appreciated. When you call a caution or a hazard.
Yeah, I didn't really know where you were at first.
Carl pitting. Exit.
50 super.
Hard. Soldier right on my ass. Staying outside.
Island blue flag. Oh,
Shit.
sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't
Go.
expect you to stop so sudden.
Keep going. Yeah, my bad as well.
It's all good.
Yes. Ah. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's all good, it's all good. Just go.
Elite box. Yeah, that crash made me. Now Viper is right there. Lost me like 6 seconds.
Alright, so this is where it begins. I make that mistake and
Whoa,
give
whoa,
Viper the
whoa.
slipstream,
What the hell, Viper?
and this is where it begins, man.
You should have seen me on your view on my screen. I was
Did I go into the water?
You like went into the.
But now we're battling,
walls and we're
so
fighting in it.
it's getting exciting now. And honestly, this is what I was talking about. Had I not had that incident, I would still be a whole 7 seconds up the field, right? 7-8 seconds up the field, but it did create for some fun racing.
Whoa.
And I ended up hitting the thing there.
Sorry,
Alright,
sorry.
stupid little incident. It's all good though. We're clean racing and having fun. But yeah, so we're gonna have some nice little wheel to wheel for the next. Well, honestly, basically the rest of the race. From here on out, me and this man battled basically up until the last lap. And as you can see there, I actually went a little wide there because I wanted to catch a
I
slip.
was trying to get the slipstream.
And,
on you, but I went too wide.
I went too wide. I didn't get it. So I was like, shit, I gotta get in that slipstream right here. And I think we catch it barely. Or do we? No, we don't. So now we're in trouble. Because Viper is gonna be faster on
You see what I was trying to
straights.
do there, Viper?
Yeah.
And I'm like, shit, we need to get back in this man's slipstream. And we're still out of it. Barely.
Almost in your slipstream. Just
Barely out of it.
Damn.
Guys,
Sorry, I know.
And Ajax was starting to get a little frustrated at me. I was talking a little too much this race. Just excited and
Hazard
stuff,
turn
but
one.
definitely was talking a little too much. I understand for Ajax's reasoning. But I think we catch a
I lost my
slipstream
way
again
back.
here. We do.
Probably
So
to
now
the
we're
right.
on the hunt. And I think I go
I'm
real
not
aggro
gonna
here. Yes, I do. Take the inside line. Take that first place temporarily. Some great battling here. Me and Viper are not scared to just send it. You know, just full send that shit and not just completely commit.
Clear.
Not many people in this league will do that. Me and Viper will 99% of the time just take that line. We will not care. And as you see, this time I performed it properly. I went wide and I got the slipstream, but he was able to keep the first place. But this is the plan here. Stick in his slipstream. Just basically slipstream Viper for the rest of the race. Because if this dude gets outside the slipstream
my
zone,
only hope.
it's over. And luckily, I was able to just hold on. You know, the slipstream was able to keep my speed there. And then I was able to hit the corners pretty good and just hold on to the slipstream. And it's pretty interesting, man. We just went back and forth here. Me and Viper have been, it's been getting more and more interesting every week. Me and this dude are battling more and more. That's what you want to see. And Viper's trying to send it down the inside, very risky. I like that though, he's bold. And I try to cover the inside line here because you can't really go too far on the inside. As you see, I catch my shit there.
Elite.
And Ajax is getting upset at me.
Shut up. Give me one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give another warning.
Yeah, he was not happy. So
Eyes up the rush.
now I was like, alright, I just gotta tune in and shut the hell up before Ajax bans me from the races or some shit. I
Yeah.
don't think he'd actually do that, but yeah, it's a good battle in here.
Oh,
Viper
sorry.
cuts the
I started
inside.
moving for you on the right.
I was gonna take the inside there, but it's all good. And yeah, man, this is the rest of the race here, battling with him. Basically up until I think lap 34, this is what happened. And the only thing that really affected the end of the race was the pit. Me having the pit again, because of the fact that that 8 seconds I lost due to the crash really did screw me over in this race at the end of the day. But you know what, it provided some fun battles in the end of the day. I wouldn't change it because me and Viper were having some great battles, and I think this was more fun than just me sitting in place with having Viper slowly creep on me, which would have been the case with his speed advantage. So this was definitely the better situation here. This was fun. Plus, for me personally, getting first in this race, if I were to get first, I would get a 3rd downgrade, and that's really bad. That's like 2 downgrades is manageable, but 3 is just too much.
Viper
It's
pitting.
way too much. And you see, Viper goes into the pit there, and this is where it gets really interesting. Because now I'm back at
Viper
first.
pitting.
My tires are still pretty decently managed, so I'm thinking, can I make these tires go another 9 laps? Maybe not. It's gonna go because we gotta go to lap 34, not lap 35. We can literally push to the last corner and have our tires pop on the last corner of lap 34 or 33, or no, lap 34, and just drive through the freaking finish line with flats, and it'll be fine. We can just run the whole last lap flat because it's a cooldown lap. We just gotta get to lap 34. But I don't know if we're gonna be able to do that. It's gonna be close. And that incident, y'all can see how that incident really started to fuck with me, because it's giving that gap advantage, and it basically gives me 1 less pit stop, or 1 less free pit stop, right? Like I could have probably, seeing Viper pit right there, I could have probably come in and pit one of these laps.
Thank you, Cobra.
Had I had that 8-second lead, I could have done a safe pit, you know, maybe 3 or 4 laps from now. But I didn't have that option because I lost all that time. So I just kind of had to force myself to stay out. And that meant conserving these tires, pushing hard enough to keep the gap decent, but not too hard to the point where I wear these tires. But I knew if I was going to do that, I needed to make a move on some of these guys up here. And I barely missed Grand there. Holy shit. That was way too close.
Sorry, Grand.
But we got through it. And we got Viper within 6 seconds, which is already too close for a pit stop. Basically, that's like basically a pit stop. I think pit stop's like 7 seconds or so on this track in total. So
Thank you, Grand.
he's already well under the distance that he needs to pass me off a pit stop. So I'm already like, fuck, I can't pit and keep the lead. So I gotta stick this to the end basically. And my tires are already getting orange, so I gotta make sure I don't slip my slip my tires out or anything, or else I'm done. And I make sure I go a little to the right there. I'm like, I'm not hitting this freaking pole again, dude. to think if I avoided that pole, man. But it kind of evened out because Viper crashed at the beginning of the race too, and had to pit, so they kind of evened each other out at the end. Honestly, if I was fully upgraded this race, I think this would have been a nice, easy win. But we weren't. That's okay though, because it would have just given us those extra milliseconds, you know, a few hundredths of a second a lap. Nice little entry and exit through there, pretty solid. Our pace is decent. I'd say, I think we're like a second or a half second, a little over half second off qualifying pace right now.
Yeah, blue flag. I'm gonna take you on the left.
I'd say about a second maybe because of the downgrades. Still really good for race pace. As we shoot it through that, oh, and we hit that. That is another thing that's not ideal. That's like a whole second and a half loss. Yep, that cut the gap down from 6 seconds to 4.5. So now we're we really got to push and really got to be careful. And we almost slip out there. Hold on to the car, and we're just pushing for dear life at this point because Viper's right there. And I didn't know this until after this race, but apparently in the first 9 rounds you get bonus points for winning a race. So if I had known that, maybe I would have been extra cautious and to get this win and risk taking the 3rd downgrade. But I think I'm already feeling really confident about next week's track. I only practiced it once with Ajax when he just was able to, you know, show it to me for the bookmark. But just racing it once, I could tell I'm going to be very proficient, very strong, very quick, and confident on this track as I get used to it. Because I was already getting really used to it within the first like 5 laps we did, and with 20 laps of practice, 30 laps of practice, I'll be solid as hell on that track. I know I'll be quick, and I think I get a downgrade back or upgrade back. So I'll only be downgraded once, so that'll be nice. But pretty decent. We had a really decent entry there. Our exit, we had to slow down there though. Island's hanging out in the corner, just chilling.
Oh.
But Viper, as you see right there on the straight there, you can hear his car now. Now it's really where it begins. This is where the defense is gonna begin soon. Lap 30 or 30. We still got 4 freaking laps. 4 or 5 laps. Yeah, 5 laps. So there's not much I can do other than drive perfect at this point. We have a pretty clear road ahead of us. There isn't any back markers or anything like that, so we're good for the rest of the race, I believe. Which is always nice.
Monaco.
But as you see, 1.5 seconds. He's gonna be on us soon. The straight, he'll probably gain an extra 2 tenths. And by the time we get to the end of this lap, he's gonna be hunting me down. So I can't make any mistakes. Did pretty good through that chicane. Say we lost a tiny bit of time through that, but pretty good. But Viper is right there. You know when you can hear their engine that they're close. You know the hunt is on, and he's just gaining and gaining with every little corner. And we're gonna do our absolute best to keep him at bay. We just gotta keep him out the slipstream on this straight in particular, which we do not fail, or we do fail to do. He ends up getting the slipstream, but we're able to hold him off. But now it's getting interesting, because as you see, my tires are, look at my tires, man. My tires are already like getting into the red almost. You know, they're probably not gonna be able to last this rest of this race, but I'm sure as hell not gonna give this position up for free. I'm gonna push these tires to the absolute end. I don't care if they freaking end up pop. So I'm like, I'm not gonna make this easy for this dude. He's gonna have to earn it, right? And he did. As you see, he takes a nice left side. I'm able to hold on to the slipstream though, barely. And I end up sending it down the left side. Being real bold here. And that's what it's all about, man. You'll see this a lot. You're going to be seeing this more, I think, with me and Viper through the rest of the season, because the championship is getting closer and closer. Apparently, this is like one of the closest championships they've had. Within 3 points. I'm not going to spoil it until the end of the race, but I hold the inside line here, a defensive move here. We made a new rule here. As you see, this is a strategy. This is a strategy you have to do. Go, take the slipstream, right? Sacrifice that position temporarily, and then take the slipstream. We end up making contact a little bit. I slowed down.
Go.
What was I even saying?
Like stay to the right.
That's right, the new rule. So
Right. Okay.
before this race, Ajax was talking about a new rule with defense, where like when you're on a straight, you can't just erratically swerve. you basically, when you see the slipstream pop up on the back of your car and you know someone's there, you have to make a decision instantly, like I did there. I just went to the right. I'm like, I'm gonna defend the right. I'm gonna hold the right side, and he takes the left. I can't, like, if I were to take the right there, like I did, and then recut back to the left, that would have been unfair. And this time I take the right side. Notice I took the other. I took the other line.
I just perfectly caught the slipstream.
And that was nice, because I think he thought I was gonna take the left that time, and I was like, no, I'll take the right this time. So I pull off. I let him take the slipstream, or he took him the position, so I can have the slipstream. And that's what we were really trying to do here. Just play smart and hold the slipstream in its positions where it matters most. I take the inside line here, and I think I end up going wide here. And I look at my tires, dude. I should have hit that lap. I mean, that would have, most people would have hit that lap, you know. But at this point, I'm like, fuck it, dude. Like, I'm like, whatever. I'm like, we're like 25 seconds ahead of the rest of everyone.
Hitting, yeah.
Let's just run. It's like literally we're Verstappen and Hamilton right now, just like 30 seconds ahead of everyone else. It's kind of how it has been the trend here the last race.
Super, you got the leaders coming up on you.
Yeah, as you can see, he's calling out Super, letting him know.
Thank you.
Super just probably saw this, was like, damn, those motherfuckers are battling. But yeah, man, this was great. He takes the outside again, and at this point, my tires are like gone, bro. My tires are absolutely gone. So I'm like, if I'm gonna make a move, I'm gonna do it. I have to do it now and no later. And I don't know if I'm able to do it. I think I end up taking this corner too wide there, and at this point, it was over. Yep, lost this fucking the grip. And that was it. So P2. And now what I was gonna say earlier, but I'm not gonna say anything. I ended up. I think P2 was the best result ultimately for me.
Appreciate it.
Had I got P3 or P1,
Sorry, Super, my tires are dead.
I would have then down 3 downgrades, and I would have only got 5 extra points for the win, 2 for the bonus. So I would have got 7
I tried to
more
hold on,
points.
Viper. My tires were
But
dying. I
think I can win next week. And if I win next week, I'll still get those bonus points that I would have got this race. And I won't be downgraded as much. I'll just go back to 2 if I win. So that's better than winning this race, honestly. So overall, good race. It was fun.
It's appreciated.
Ajax, real good performance from him.
In that situation,
This was honestly probably his best race of the season. Real strong P3. Soldier in P4. So yeah, good race. Pretty good points for us as a team.
But he was in the pits.
Viper held it down for flow state because Alex ended up lagging out. But I think he got P6 or P7, so he still got some points. So that's helpful at least. And yeah, man, good race
Viper,
today.
That was some good battling.
Would have been nice to get the win just for the the thrill of it and to get the extra points, but at the same time, like I said, I think it's okay me getting
Viper P1.
P2. So I'm not worried about it. I'm happy with it. And overall, a fun little race. So yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.
Ajax P3.
Hazard garage.
Stony P5.
I think I just hit the garage the best all night, and I'm on my cooldown lap.
Fuck.
Oh, I crashed and lost like 6 seconds. If that didn't happen.
What's fuck, Jeff?
Everything is fucked.
Oh. I think this was the best result you could have hoped for.
I should have done better.
Yeah.
I should have finished in front of Soldier, but I got thrown over the fence on lap 1.
Oh yeah.
Although I guess Soldier wouldn't have wrecked if that never happened too, so that might not be fair, but I would have been up with the leaders.
I had one fatal crash that cost me. The final 2 corners into the straight, I hit one of those poles on the left.
I think I had at least 3 major mistakes.
Also, Viper won the race, which...
Wait, did I finish? No, I didn't.
Well, I stopped on the track, but I got knocked into the pits, so that
Kyle
worked out.
P6.
Hey Viper, do you know about the Crown Jewel thing?
Yes.
Okay. So that's why I'm upset.
Eurus, we could just use the money Eurus is offering to donate.
I mean, that's not the deal, though. I said I put my money on the table.
We can have Eurus donated to the charity of Jeff Jackson.
And what are the tracks for the Crown Jewel?
Zero gas
well, we've
and
already
diamond.
had 3. Yeah. Viper's 103 so far.
Oh, really? Okay, Nonan Island P8. Zero gas, diamond, ring, or diamond GP?
Diamond Casino Grand Prix.
Diamond Casino Grand Prix. And the third one?
Well, there's 5. There's Little Soul, Indianapolis, Elysian, which Viper's won all of those, and then Zero Gas, and then Diamond Casino.
Okay, and what was the conditions? Win all of them?
Win all 5, you get $100.
In the season? In the
same
single
season.
In the same season?
Yeah.
Oh, Viper, did you win all of them in this season?
He's won all
I've
3
won
so far.
Little Soul,
Oh,
Indianapolis,
3,
and Elysian so far.
Okay. And yeah, 2 left, which are soon, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So it's incredible that he's got this far. We never expected anyone to even sniff this.
and here we go, interesting.
But yeah, we had 2 really good battles for like 5 laps.
Interesting
Yeah.
events unravel.
I sent it hard a few times.
We just had 1 hiccup between us.
Yeah, there was one incident I crashed. I had like an 11 or 12 second gap on you, and then I crashed
Soldier?
and lost like 8-7 seconds, and then you pitted and I was only 12 seconds ahead, so I knew I lost a lot of time.
Oh.
I basically like a whole pit stop I lost.
Well, pay attention for when we do the procession, please.
I'm not done with my track yet. I'm a fuck ton of laps down. I lost my wing.
Just pay attention for when the procession begins, so we don't... Okay.
Probably a good thing I didn't win that race, so 3 downgrades is a no-no for me.
And so Alex is going to be back to full power, Elite stays, and Elite's going to be down to 1 downgrade.
What happened to Alex anyway? So he just lagged out?
Yeah,
He
he has
lagged
like
out,
a
yeah.
bad connection all week.
What's
Yes.
his position gonna be?
P6.
6, I think. Yeah, 6. He was 6, so you get the points from up to P5. If
See,
you
what
got.
would have happened if you were, just a question, what would happen if you lagged out when you're in first and like, or did you not get reached?
P5.
You
You
just
get
get
points for
it's
P5.
P5? That's
P5,
limited? Okay.
yes. Yes.
Just curious.
So we're just waiting on last place so we can begin the procession.
You guys can go ahead. I still have another lap. I want to die.
Go ahead, Viper.
Did you drink that bottle, Carl?
Go ahead.
No,
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
got my nose cone knocked off 7 times.
Dang. Yeah, I'm feeling like an
7
idiot right now for
godforsaken
what I did.
times.
I didn't get hit by anyone. I literally simply crashed myself like a noob.
Same.
Yeah, it was ugly.
I crashed twice in the garage and
that
I
was-
crashed in the
Crash was
third
crucial,
sector and got myself out of the track limits. Had to reset. That was wonderful. Hashtag
my God.
sarcasm, of course.
It wasn't as cool as me going into the water.
I believe you. I believe you, yeah.
Look at
I
Viper
had,
with
like-
a 104 free.
I had
Well,
like the
eight-
4th
eight-
worst lap time.
Well, 8
third
is my
worst.
favorite number. So that's fine.
Good race, guys, especially for me.
Yeah,
That was a really good race, Ajax. You were leading for like a good half of it.
Yeah, I was struggling. I was really struggling to
Alright.
catch Ajax.
Yeah,
I-
GG everybody, good
I think
race.
it- I think it was
Save your
only due
clips
to-
if you do this, and upload them if you do this.
The only reason I think I caught Ajax was he slipped on the train tracks at one point.
Yeah,
That's it.
well, you would have beat me anyway. You beat me by like 25 seconds, but yeah, that was a catalyst. That was the only
Wait,
real fuck up I had.
104.
Yeah.
He's 104, 307.
So options,
Whatever.
we can do the podium ceremony, which has become less popular with each passing week.